Good morning, grade 8 students. Today, we're going to talk about noting context clues. But before that, let us first define what is a context and what are clues. Let us start. Context is the information that surrounds the unfamiliar word. It provides details that would help you understand the meaning of the new word. Ang context ay ang impormasyon na nakapaligid sa bagong salita. Clues. Clues are pieces of information that will help you know or identify something. Pag sinabi nating clues, ito ay mga piraso ng impormasyon na tutulong sa iyong malaman ang isang bagay. Let us have a simple example. God is omniscient. He knows everything. In the given example, what is the unfamiliar word? The unfamiliar word in the sentence is omniscient. What is the context in the sentence? Again, when we say context, it is the information that surrounds the unfamiliar word. Then, the context is God is and He knows everything. What are the clues in the sentence? The word clues are God knows and everything. What is the meaning of the word omniscient? The meaning of the word omniscient is all-knowing. Why do we say that the meaning of the word omniscient is all-knowing? It's because of the context. God is and He knows everything, and the clues God knows and everything. Now, what is the meaning of the sentence? The sentence implies that God is all-knowing. Therefore, context clues are pieces of information that will help you know and understand the meaning of the unfamiliar word. Ang context clues ay ang mga pira-pirasong impormasyon na tutulong sa ating malaman at maintindihan ang kahulugan ng bagong salita. Let us have another example. The recent conflagration caused many houses turned into ashes. What is the unfamiliar word in the sentence? The unfamiliar word is conflagration. What are the context clues? The context clues are caused many houses turned into ashes. What is your analysis in the given context clues? Extreme fire can turn houses into ashes. What is now the meaning of the unfamiliar word based on our analysis? The word conflagration means extreme fire. Now, why do we study context clues? What is the use of context clues? Since a dictionary is not available at all time, the most practical and easiest way to understand the meaning of the unfamiliar word is through context clues. Exercising the use of context clues will give you more benefits that you can imagine. Number 1, it helps you become more focused. As a reader using context clues, your goal changes from reading the text to understanding the text. Number 2, it makes you more sensitive to information. Since your goal changes, you tend to pay more attention to the necessary information you need to understand the meaning of the text. Number 3, it improves your analytic and cognitive skills. Your mind processes the data you gathered from what you read. With this, you are giving your brain a good exercise through analyzing and interpreting information. And number 4, it molds your creative side. Through the use of context clues, you discover various ways to know the meaning of the unfamiliar word. Important note: refrain from using context clues if the intended meaning is not clear. Hindi natin ginagamit ang context clues kapag hindi malinaw ang kahulugang ipinahihiwatig ng pangungusap. Let us have activity number 1, level 1. I am going to answer number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you will try to answer 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let us start. Her emaciation, that is, her skeleton-like appearance, was a product of her extreme diet. Unfamiliar word, emaciation. Context clues, skeleton-like appearance. Now let's have number 2. News magazines like Time or Esquire Philippines are more expensive than newspaper. Unfamiliar word, news magazine. Context clues, Time or Esquire Philippines. The road going to Baguio is tortuous or winding. Unfamiliar word, tortuous. Context clues, winding. Jade is anxious about the maritime exam, but Tristan is not worried at all. Unfamiliar word, anxious. Context clues, not worried. Number 5. After using the same socks for a week, my feet stench is like smell of a dead rat. Unfamiliar word, stench. Context clues, like the smell of a dead rat. Now it's your time. Number 6. Because food leftovers are biodegradable, they will decay in time. Give the unfamiliar word. Give the context clues. Her atrocious singing made me put my earphones on. Unfamiliar word. Context clues. Number 8. Menus in fast food restaurants include French fries, burgers, and fried chicken. Unfamiliar word? Context clues. Number 9. Linguine is pasta in white sauce. Unfamiliar word? Context clues. Number 10. A sumptuous meal such as grilled salmon with caviar and medium done steak is what I want for my birthday. Unfamiliar word? Context clues. Good job, class. Now let us have our self-assessment. Rate yourself from 1 to 5. 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. Number 1. I can define context. Number 2. I can define clue. Number 3. I can define context clues. Number 4. I can enumerate the importance of studying context clues. Number 5. I can identify the unfamiliar word in the sentence. Number 6. I can identify the context clues in the sentence. Congratulations! Now let us discuss the different types of context clues. You can use various ways to identify the meaning of new words. If you have the internet connection, you can have access in just one click. If you have a mobile phone, you may use offline dictionary applications. If you are at school, you may refer to dictionaries and thesauruses. But what if you need to identify the meaning of the unfamiliar word and you are in a situation wherein you cannot use your phone, tablet, or books such as during the exam? Then, the easiest way is to use context clues. Context clues come in different types. It may sound tricky, but all you have to do is to be observant. Here are the different types of context clues. Number 1 by definition. Number 2 by synonyms. Number 3 by antonyms. Number 4 by comparison. Number 5 by example. Number 6 by cause and effect. Number 7 by list or series of clues. And number 8 by inference. Let's start with definition. The meaning of the unfamiliar word is given in the sentence. Ang kahulugan ng unfamiliar word ay nandoon mismo sa pangungusap. Now, what are our clues or signal words that will help us identify that the context clue is definition? Is, are, is cold, are cold, is known as, are known as, is defined as, means, meaning, refers to, that is. Example, her emaciation, that is. Her skeleton-like appearance was a product of her extreme diet. Okay, look for clues or signal words. What is the unfamiliar word? Correct, it is emaciation. Now, what is the clue or the signal word? We have here, that is. Now, what is the definition or the context clue? It is the skeleton-like appearance. Since we have here the definition already of the unfamiliar word, then what is the meaning of the unfamiliar word emaciation? It is the skeleton-like appearance. Let us have another example. A dialect is a type of speech from a specific region. What is the unfamiliar word? The unfamiliar word is dialect. Correct. Now, what is the clue or the signal word? The signal word is. What is the definition given or the context clue? The definition given in the sentence is a type of speech from a specific region. Since the definition is already given in the sentence, can we now identify the meaning of the unfamiliar word dialect? Yes. Then what is the meaning of the unfamiliar word dialect? It is a type of speech from a specific region. Again, definition, kahulugan. Next, number 2. Number 2 is synonym. A nearly the same word for unfamiliar word is given in the sentence. Ang kasing kahulugan na salita ay nandoon mismo sa pangungusap. Synonyms, kasing kahulugan. Now, what are the clues or signal words that will help us identify that the given context clue is in fact an example of synonym? If you see comma, semicolon, dash, parenthesis, or that is, in other words. Example, the road going to Baguio is tortuous or winding. Now, what is the unfamiliar word? It's tortuous. Now, what is the clue or the signal word? It is or. We see or. Therefore, this is actually an example of synonym. Now, what is the nearly the same word or the context clue? It is winding. Can we now identify the meaning of the word tortuous? Yes, the meaning of the word tortoise is winding. Why? Because the example of type of context clue here is synonyms. And when we say synonyms, nearly the same word. Synonyms, kasing kahulugan. Now let us have another example. After seeing the situation of most children in Africa, I felt compassion or pity for their suffering. What is the unfamiliar word in the sentence? The unfamiliar word is compassion. Now, what is the clue or the signal words? The signal word is or. Now, what is the nearly the same word or the context clue? The nearly the same word given in the sentence is the word pity. What is the meaning of compassion? The meaning of compassion is pity. Again, when we say synonyms, nearly the same word. Kasing kahulugan. Number 3, antonym. An opposite word for the unfamiliar word is given in the sentence. Ngayon naman, when we say antonym, ito naman yung kasalungat na kahulugan ng unfamiliar word. Now, what are the clues or signal words that will help us identify that the type of context clue is actually antonym? Negation. You see no, not. but, however, otherwise, unless, instead of, on the contrary, on the other hand, while, unlike. Example, Jade is anxious about the maritime exam, but Tristan is not worried at all. Now let us look for the clues or signal words. First, what is the unfamiliar word? Correct, that is anxious. Now what is the clue or the signal words? We have here but and not. Therefore, the type of context clue in the sentence is antonym. Now what is the opposite word given in the context clue? Not worried. Since it is the opposite, kabaligtaran, babaligtarin natin. Now, what is the opposite of not worried? The answer is worried. Can we now identify the meaning of anxious? Yes. What is the meaning of anxious? The meaning of anxious is worried. Now let us have another example. Her painting is immaculate, while mine is very messy. What is the unfamiliar word in the sentence? The unfamiliar word is immaculate. What is the clue or signal word? The clue or the signal word is while. What is the opposite word given or the context clue? The opposite word given in the sentence is very messy, since ito ay hindi kasing kahulugan or kasalungat. Ang gagawin natin, babaligtarin natin siya. Ano ang kabaligtaran ng very messy? What is the opposite of very messy? The opposite word for very messy is very clean. Now, can we now identify the meaning of immaculate? Yes, the meaning of immaculate is very clean. Again, let us review. Antonyms, kasalungat. Now, let's have number 4. Comparison. Comparison, a similar word or phrase for the unfamiliar word is given in the sentence. Ang katulad na salita o mga salita ng unfamiliar word ay matatagpuan mismo sa pangungusap. Now, what are the clues or signal words that will help us identify that the type of context clue is comparison? We have like, as, similar to, in the same way, likewise, resembling to, and also. Let us have this example. After using the same socks for a week, my feet stench is like the smell of a dead rat. Now, look for the clues or signal words. What is the unfamiliar word? The unfamiliar word is stench. Now, what is the clue or the signal word or words? We have like. What is the similar word or phrase given or the context clue? Like the smell of a dead rat. What is the meaning of stench? Stench means stinky. Why do we say stinky? Because the context clues gives us the idea of what kind of smell is stench. It is like the smell of a dead rat. Let us have another example. Aaron is fascinated with making films, the same way that I'm excited about watching them. What is the unfamiliar word? The unfamiliar word is fascinated. Now, what is the clue or the signal word or words? The signal word is the same way. What is the similar word or phrase given or the context clue? The similar word or phrase given in the sentence is excited. Now, what is the meaning of fascinated? The meaning of fascinated is excited. Let us review again. When we say comparison, kinukumpara. Number 5, list or series of clues. Series of words related to the unfamiliar word is given in the sentence. Now, what are the clues or signal words? You have to look for a series of words. When we say series of words, ito yung mga salita na may kinalaman sa unfamiliar word. Let us have this example. Menus in fast food restaurants includes French fries, burgers, and fried chicken. What is the unfamiliar word? Menu. What is the clue or the signal words? The list. Now, what is the list given or the context clue? We have French fries, burgers, and fried chicken. In general, how can you classify the given list? It is a list of dishes that may be ordered. Now, what is the meaning of menu based on our analysis? Menu is a list of dishes that may be ordered. Now, let us have another example. The debris in the street after the rally included plastic cups, bottles, wrappers, and torn posters. Now, what is the unfamiliar word in the sentence? The unfamiliar word is debris. What is the clue or the signal words? The clue given is a list. Now, what is the list given or the context clues? The list includes plastic cups, bottles, wrappers, and torn posters. In general, how can you classify the given lists? They are a list of trash. Now, what is the meaning of debris? Based on our sentence analysis, the meaning of debris is trash. Let us review. Series of words, mga salitang may kaugnayan sa unfamiliar word. Next, number 6, inference, kutob. The meaning of the unfamiliar word can be guessed from the given situation. Kutob, clues or signal words. Look for the clues over several words in the sentence. Example, her atrocious singing made me put my earphones on. What is the unfamiliar word? Atrocious. What is the clue or the signal words? Made me put my earphones on. Now, let us analyze this sentence. Ano yung kutob natin dito? Bakit nilagay yung earphones sa tenga habang may kumakanta? What is the situation given or the context clues? Atrocious singing made the person not to listen. Now, why did the person decide not to listen to the song? Because the singing is bad or out of tune. Now, based on our analysis, can we now identify the meaning of atrocious? Atrocious means bad or out of tune. Let us have another example. His belligerent attitude made me quit the organization. What is the unfamiliar word? The unfamiliar word is belligerent. What is the clue or the signal words? The signal word is made. What is the situation given or the context clue? The situation shows how the person quit because of the other person's belligerent attitude. Why did the person quit in the organization? The person quitted because of the other person's bad or undesirable attitude. What is now the meaning of belligerent? The meaning of belligerent is bad or undesirable. Let us review. Inference, kutob. Now let us have number 7. Example. Examples of the unfamiliar word are given in the sentence. Ang mga halimbawa ay ibinigay na o nakasama na sa pangungusap. Now, what are the clues or signal words that would help us identify that the type of context clue is an example? For example, for instance, including, such as, specifically, to illustrate. Example, the newlywed plan hard for the furnishing such as the curtains, sofas, beddings, and mattresses. Now, what is the unfamiliar word? The unfamiliar word is furnishing. What is the clue or the signal words? Such as. Now, what are the examples given or the context clues? Curtains, sofas, beddings, and mattresses. In general, how can you classify the given example? These are the examples of things inside the house. These are the examples of things inside the house. What is the meaning of furnishing? Things inside the house. Let us have another example. A sumptuous meal such as grilled salmon with caviar and medium done steak is what I want for my birthday. What is the unfamiliar word? Sumptuous. Now, what is the clue or the signal words? The signal word is such as. What are the examples given or the context clue? The examples given are grilled salmon with caviar and medium done steak. In general, how can you classify these given examples? They are examples of expensive food. Now, what is the meaning of sumptuous? The meaning of sumptuous is expensive. Again, let us review. When we say examples, mga halimbawa. And lastly, we have cause and effect. The meaning of the unfamiliar word depends on the cause and effect relationship with the other words in the text. Cause and effect. Sanhi at bunga. Now, what are the clues or signal words that will help us identify that the type of context clue is cause and effect? We have as a result, so, since, accordingly, because, consequently, for this reason, hence, if, then. Example, since Sean loves plants, he enrolled in botany. What is the unfamiliar word? Botany. What is the clue or signal words? Since. Now let us identify the cause and effect relationship given or the context clue. What is the cause? Ano ang sanhi? Sean loves plants. What is the effect? Ano ang bunga? He enrolled in botany. Why did the person enroll in botany? Because Sean loves plants. Now, what is the meaning of botany? It is the study of plants. Now, let us have another example. Jed wanted to impress his girlfriend with food, so he carefully studied the necessary culinary arts. What is the unfamiliar word? Culinary. What is the clue or the signal words? The signal word is so. What is the cause and effect relationship given or the context clue? Cause. Jed wanted to impress his girlfriend with food. Effect. He carefully studied the necessary culinary arts. Now, how did Jed plan to impress his girlfriend? He planned to impress his girlfriend by preparing good food. Now, what is the meaning of culinary? The meaning of culinary is the art of preparing food. Now, let us have activity number 2. For activity number 2, your task is to 1. Identify the unfamiliar word. 2. Identify the context clue. 3. Identify the type of context clue used. 4. Identify the meaning of the unfamiliar word. I am going to answer 1 to 5 and then you'll answer 6 to 10. Number 1. Because I left my coat and umbrella in school, I drenched during the thunderstorm on my way home. Unfamiliar word? Drenched. Context clue? Because I left my coat and umbrella in school. Since we have here because, what is the type of context clue? It is cause and effect. What is the cause? I left my coat and umbrella in school. What is the effect? I drenched during the thunderstorm on my way home. Now, what is the meaning of drenched? The meaning of drenched is extremely wet, wet, or wet thoroughly. Next, number 2. Aurora is quite versatile. She's an honor student, an excellent athlete, and a good baker. What is the unfamiliar word? Versatile. What is the context clue? She's an honor student, an athlete, and a great baker. Now, what is the type of context clue? The answer is inference. Ano yung kutob mo? She's an honor student, an athlete, and a great baker. It means that she knows different skills. Then, when we say versatile, it means knows different skills. Number 3. Every time I see him smile, my world shimmers or shines. What is the unfamiliar word? Shimmer. What is the context clue? We have here the clue or and shines. Now, what is the type of context clue? We have here or shines. The answer is synonyms. Now, what do we mean by the word shimmer? It means shine. Number 4. Carnivores are known as meat eaters. What is the context clue? Carnivores. What is the unfamiliar word? Carnivores. What is the context clue? Are known as meat eaters. With the context clue, can we now identify the type of context clue? Yes, the answer is definition. Now, what is the definition? Meat eaters. Well, then what do we mean by carnivores? Meat eaters. Number 5. Unlike his indolent brother, who passes the day watching movies and laying on the soft sofa, Pablo is hardworking. What is the unfamiliar word? Indolent. What is the context clue or the clue? We have here unlike and hardworking. Can we now identify the type of context clue? Yes. Since we have here unlike, it is antonym. Now, what is the meaning of the unfamiliar word? Since this is antonym, we have to give the opposite of the context clue. What is the opposite of hardworking? Therefore, when we say indolent, it means not working hard or lazy. Next, let's have number 6. Phonograph plays records similar to a record player, only that it is old and antique looking. What is the unfamiliar word? Context clues, type of context clues, and the meaning. Next, number 7. Condiments such as pepper, soy sauce, and sour cream enhance the flavor of the dish. What is the unfamiliar word? Context clue, type of context clues, meaning. Next, number 8. The only available beverages are soft drinks, orange juice, and milk tea. Unfamiliar word? Context clues, type of context clues, meaning. Number 9. The arbitrator, the person appointed to settle the flight, arrived at a decision. Unfamiliar word? Context clue, type of context clue, meaning. Number 10. The ending of the movie is ambiguous or unclear. Unfamiliar word. Context clue. Type of context clue. Meaning.